welcomed Dutch, Swedish, and English settlers and helped them. And this is what the style of house they lived in. The first settlers were from Sweden. They founded their colony in New Sweden in 1638. England took over the colony in 1655 and 1681. The King of England gave the colony to William Penn. King owed Penn's father lots of money, and William asked his father for land in America, not money. He named the colony Pennsylvania, or Pennswood Woods. He found Philadelphia, which is the Greek name for City of Brotherly Love. William Penn was a Quaker. Quakers believe that God is everywhere and that no one can speak for God. Penn took the Quakers to Pennsylvania so that they could have their own religion. But people from all over Europe came to Pennsylvania. Many languages were spoken. Philadelphia became the largest English-speaking city in the world after London. Many people also spoke German. Jobs. A lot of people made money by farming. Usually they farmed corn and wheat. Colonists had enough food to sell to other colonies, but they usually did not have a lot of money. They transported goods on rivers, usually by boats and barges. Other colonists worked in towns, in sawmills and ports. Some sold candles and soap. There were lots of things to do. People in the colonial days walked much more than we do today. No one traveled around for fun. There were no cars, no buses, no trains, and no planes. But they did have horses and boats. Most people used boats to travel around. Not a lot of people traveled on land because it was very slow and rough on islands. The most popular food in colonial America was corn. Native Americans introduced corn to the European settlers. Corn was easy to grow. It was also good for you. It could be used in any kind of meal and tasted great. Wheat was a very common grain. Wheat was used to make flour and bread. Colonists had different kinds of clothes. Farmers raised flax, which they used to make aprons and shirts. They also raised sheep for the wool. Women spun wool and made shirts, socks, mittens, and coats. Women used leather to make pants and buckets. Shoes were made of leather and had big metal buckles. Only some children went to school. One type of school was a dame school. This school was run by a woman from her home. There were public schools, but they did not have much money, and kids did not study in them very long. Older kids used a book called the New England Primer. The other kids used a horn book, which was a piece of wood with 2 pieces of paper inside. Even though people worked a lot, they still found time to have fun. They played games like tag and blindsman's bluff. Boys sometimes played ball outside. Balls were made of leather and stuffed with feathers. Girls played with dolls made of rags and corn husks. At night, adults told children stories about the fire. European settlers brought many sicknesses with them to America. In Pennsylvania, a common sickness was smallpox. Plants called herbs were said to cure some illnesses. Most people grew herbs in their backyard. Our herbs cured some sickness, but not others. Many Indians died from European diseases. The original government was called the first frame of government. William Penn was the governor. There were 72 councilors and 200 members of the assembly. Many people could vote. Penn signed a treaty with the Long Island Indians in 1685 called the Friendship Treaty. The peace treaty lasted until 1775. There were laws that no one should get drunk or use bad words. It was against the law for a baker to bake bad bread. It was also against the law for a brewer to brew bad beer. There was also laws that each man had to work on the town roads a few days each month. There was also a law that if you did not have enough money to feed a dog, you were not allowed to have one. It was the town watchman's job to make sure no one was late out at night. If he caught you out at night, he would scold you and send you back to your house. Sometimes he returned stray animals to their owners. In the early years of the Pennsylvania colony, there were no police. As a boy, Benjamin Franklin's family lived in Boston, Massachusetts. His father was a candle maker. Franklin was a printer's apprentice. He worked free for his brother in return for food. traveled alone to Philadelphia to start his own print shop. Benjamin Franklin had his own print shop in Philadelphia where he printed books and newspapers. He started a library, a college, a firehouse, and many other things. He discovered electricity and invented spectacles, glasses, or eyeglasses. He also wrote funny stories and books he called Poor Richard Almanac. He's also in the $100 bill. The first station company, the first public library, the first University of Pennsylvania, electricity, eyeglasses, and Franklin stove. Philadelphia is a very historic city. Penn founded the city in 1681 and 1676. Leaders from the colonies declared their independence from England. The largest city in North America at the time, Philadelphia, became the capital of the United States from 1791 to 1800. The Liberty Bell is there. Independence Hall. The Declaration of Independence and the Constitution were written in the Independence Hall. Thomas Jefferson's apartment in Philadelphia. Jefferson and Franklin left the Declaration of Independence, and we took those pictures. We actually went there. The colonists shot cannonballs at British ships during the Revolutionary War. We took that picture too. Okay, that's it. And I also brought cookies.
Great job. Very informative piece about Benjamin Franklin. Questions for Tom about Pennsylvania? Excellent job, my young friend. Great work. Okay.
Yay! Bravo!